Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Mirror Neuron, which means watch and learn. And today we are going to continue with our solution for the daily coding challenge problem 2. And in our yesterday's video you saw that we logically took some steps and we were able to solve that problem. However, at the end of that solution we came to see that if we have the value of n to be quite large, in that case, even if we use a GPU, still we will not be able to solve it. Let's see if we can quickly demonstrate that. Okay, so this was the function. Okay, and I'm running it in Google Colab, and this is my, oh sorry, yeah, this is my solution. So if you see, when I have a small value like 100, it was quickly able to solve it. And if I use a very large value for 100, in place of 100, say we use quite a big number, for example like this, right? And if I try to run it, you will see that most likely it will crash. Okay, and just to validate, I will also show you one thing, that we have been see at the very bottom the session crashed and it is automatically trying to restart. So before moving on, I would also like to show you that in the runtime in Google Colab, oops sorry, yeah, in the change run type I have chosen GPU. Even then it was not able to solve it. So you can see that even in machine learning, just using a GPU is not sufficient if our program is not written efficiently for the hardware to run it. Okay, and that's the basic problem we'll see everywhere. Whereas if we slightly modify our function, if you see here I have written a count str2, and I will explain what I have done here, and I will also tell you why that problem has occurred. And you will see that I'm going to do the same activity again. Okay, and I will run it, and see, even though number is quite large, I still could get the count of m repeating in that sequence as a quite a large number, and it ran in a fraction of second. If I don't use GPU, so you might be thinking that maybe this is because I'm running it in GPU, and that's why the thing has come up, the answer has come up quite fast. I have stopped my GPU and I'm running it again. So this is a normal CPU. If you see, maybe a fraction of second here and there, but you see, oops, okay, I'm sorry, because I changed the runtime, so that's why the function did not, it restarts everything. Okay, so you see, almost the same time with CPU as well as GPU I got the same response in both cases. Now let me explain what I did, so that you will understand that in the real world interview as well, this kind of questions do come up. We were able to solve it logically, but the interviewer might say no, the solution is not acceptable, and I will tell you why. Okay, so if you see in the left, this was our original solution, right? And I will just highlight why exactly that memory error issue showed up. Okay, and if you see, is because of this portion. Why? The reason being, what we are trying to do here is, for a small value of n, say it was 10, right? My mod times was around 1 and my extra was equal to 4, right? So basically it was 6 times 1 plus 4, right? This I have already explained in my previous video. Now here is the issue. What it was trying to do when the number was quite high, we have one list which we are calling as new list, then it was adding another list, because the n is very high, so my mod times also went quite high, and I kept adding this list in sequence. Now for a huge value, this addition of list together is a very expensive activity. Also, I'm again doing this activity here as well. I'm just trying to use more and more resource without actually having that real benefit. In my second approach, what I'm trying to do is, so anyways, my main objective was to count the first alphabet, right? In case of mirror, the word mirror, my first element, how many times it came, is what my final objective was. Then why should I spend so much energy and computer's resource to append the list, which is not at all my fills my purpose, right? Fulfills my purpose, sorry. So this particular step is what I'm going to modify. Instead of appending the list, I can actually directly count the value. You can see how. So let me show you this. So you already know, if we have to count a single element, okay, what I can do is, I can, because I have already calculated all of this, so I don't have to append the list for counting. I can count them directly, and here is the smart trick. So I already have mod times, right? Mod underscore times, and I have to count the number of times m appears, and I have to do it only once in the list s. So what I can do is, I can simply say s, right, dot count, and whatever the first character is. So instead of appending in the list, I can count it once and multiply it how many times that would appear. This reduces the computational by millions of times. And to this, I can quickly add the second portion, which I have already calculated here again. Okay, the only thing that I have changed here is, instead of multiplying by star s asterisk s, I'm just multiplying it as dot count. And in my second step, I'm going to use the same thing, plus 0 to extra, and here also I'll just do the count method here itself, or you can put first char. This two slight modification improves your computation resource by millions of times, and you can, as you saw in the demo, it quickly solved the problem, and this led me to a memory error. Now, do you see that why sometimes you have to think really through? Because sometimes the logical solution is okay when the conditional statements, these are called constraints. So in real programming interview, you'll have to also meet the constraints. The interviewer will most likely give you some constraints that your n might fall between, say, 1 to 10 to the power 25, right? And this will fail in the logical error if we have not thought through, and this will get caught during something called as test cases. So they will take n is equal to 10 to the power 15, and they will try to see where this is just an example where exactly it failed. So hopefully you have understood that how this works. And here my bad. Okay, and you can see that this is how we are going to solve it. All right, thanks for watching, and I will share the daily coding challenge 3 hopefully by today, and give it a try, and if not, I'll try to share the solution by tomorrow. Till then, have a nice day, and please do subscribe to our channel if you really liked it.